7 Harley-Davidson motorcycles. That dealers are desperate to get rid of Harley-Davidson is one of the most iconic motorcycle brands in the world, known for its heavyweight cruisers, powerful engines, and die-hard fan base. But even the biggest names in the industry don't always hit the mark. Today, we're counting down 7 Harley-Davidson motorcycles that dealerships can't sell fast enough. And some of these flops might surprise you. Stick around, because number 1 was so overpriced, it left even loyal Harley fans in shock. 7. Harley-Davidson Livewire. Harley-Davidson's first fully electric motorcycle was supposed to be a game-changer, but instead, it turned into one of the biggest flops in the company's history. The Livewire was designed to bring Harley into the future, boasting a 105-horsepower electric motor that could launch from 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds. It had cutting-edge tech, premium suspension, and a sleek, modern design. But despite all that, Harley's core audience wasn't interested. The biggest problem? The price. At launch, the Livewire carried a staggering $29,799 price tag, making it more expensive than some of Harley's top-tier touring bikes. Even after dropping the price to around $22,000, riders weren't convinced. Why? Because traditional Harley fans love the sound, feel, and experience of a V-twin engine. The Livewire was completely silent. No signature Harley rumble, no shifting gears, just instant electric torque. Add in charging limitations and a highway range of only 70 miles, and it became clear why dealerships had trouble moving them. Harley even spun Livewire off into its own separate brand, but the damage was already done. Now, dealerships are slashing prices just to clear them out. If you thought the Livewire was a miscalculation, just wait until you see number 6, a budget-friendly Harley that was supposed to bring in new riders but failed miserably. 6. Harley-Davidson Street 500 and 750. Harley-Davidson has struggled to attract younger riders, and the Street 500 and Street 750 were their attempt at fixing that problem. These small, lightweight bikes were designed to be affordable, beginner-friendly, and easy to handle in city traffic. On paper, it seemed like a great idea. The Street 500 came with a 494 cubic centimeter Revolution X engine, while the Street 750 had a 749 cubic centimeter version of the same power plant. They had low seat heights, manageable weight, and even became the official training bikes for Harley's Riding Academy. So why did they flop? For starters, the build quality was terrible. Riders complained about rattling parts, cheap materials, and misaligned panels. Unlike Harley's premium cruisers, which have a reputation for rock-solid durability, these bikes felt like budget motorcycles in the worst way possible. Then, there was the competition. The Honda Rebel 500, Yamaha Bolt, and Indian Scout all offered better performance, higher quality, and lower prices, making the street models an afterthought. Now, with Harley officially discontinuing the Street 500 and 750, dealerships are scrambling to offload remaining inventory at huge discounts. And if you think that was a disaster, just wait until you see number 5, a futuristic muscle cruiser that looked aggressive but failed to deliver. 5. Harley-Davidson FXDR 114. The FXDR 114 was supposed to be Harley's answer to high-performance muscle cruisers. With its 119 pound-feet of torque, a drag-inspired design, and a massive 240mm rear tire, it looked like a beast. But there was a problem. Nobody was buying it. At nearly $19,000, riders expected power, comfort, and versatility, but instead, they got a motorcycle that was uncomfortable, heavy, and impractical. The riding position was awful. Forward foot controls and a flat handlebar put too much strain on the back and wrists. The huge rear tire made cornering awkward and sluggish. And to top it off, other bikes in the same price range, like the Indian Scout Bobber or even Harley's own Lowrider S, offered better performance and more comfort. With sales failing, Harley quickly discontinued the FXDR 114, leaving dealerships stuck with unsold models that they're now desperate to clear out. And if you thought the FXDR was a risky experiment, wait until you see number 4, a bike that was ahead of its time but never fit in with Harley's lineup. 4. Harley-Davidson V-Rod. The V-Rod was one of Harley's most unique motorcycles, a high-performance, liquid-cooled cruiser developed in partnership with Porsche. It was powerful, fast, and completely different from anything else Harley had built before. But that was also its downfall. Harley purists hated it because it didn't sound, feel, or ride like a Harley. The Revolution engine revved higher, lacked the signature V-twin rumble, and felt more like a sport bike than a cruiser.
It also had a tiny 3.7-gallon gas tank, making it impractical for long rides. Add in a high price tag and stiff competition from brands like Ducati and Yamaha, and the V-Rod never truly found its audience. Even after being discontinued in 2017, some dealerships still have them sitting on the showroom floor. But if you think that was bad, wait until you see number 3, a Harley that tried to be sporty but ended up being one of the most forgettable models ever. Number 3, Harley-Davidson Street Rod. Designed as a sportier version of the Street 750, the Street Rod had upgraded suspension, better brakes, and a more aggressive riding position. But it was a complete failure. The raised foot pegs and compact frame made it unbearably uncomfortable, especially for taller riders. And once again, the competition crushed it. Bikes like the Yamaha MT-07 and Honda CB650R were faster, lighter, and cheaper. Now, dealerships are stuck with unsold street rods, desperately cutting prices to get rid of them. And if you think that's bad, number 2 is even worse. A Harley that tried to compete with adventure bikes and failed spectacularly. Number 2, Harley-Davidson Pan America. Harley-Davidson tried to break into the adventure bike market with the Pan America, but it had a rocky start. While it packed a 150-horsepower engine and cool features like adaptive ride height, early buyers reported electronic issues, rough handling, and unreliable suspension. At nearly $20,000, it was too risky of a purchase when riders could get proven ADV bikes from BMW or KTM for a similar price. Now, dealers are offering huge discounts just to move the remaining inventory. And finally, the biggest disaster of them all. 1. Harley-Davidson CVO Street Glide. The CVO Street Glide was supposed to be the ultimate luxury Harley, loaded with premium paint, high-end tech, and exclusive features. The problem? It cost $50,000. For that price, riders could buy 2 Street Glide specials and customize them however they wanted. Even hardcore Harley fans weren't willing to pay that much. Dealerships are now slashing prices on CVO models, but even with discounts, buyers just aren't interested. And that wraps up our list of 7 Harley-Davidson motorcycles that dealers are struggling to sell. Did any of these surprise you? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more Harley-Davidson content, and we'll see you in the next one. Ride safe!